are you this evening? 1, 2. Oh, I can't believe it. Facebook found me right away. All right. I am Shantae with Completely Crafty by Shantae and want to welcome you to my page. We're going to be working on a Valentine wreath this evening. The source of our inspiration is this metal sign. I happen to put away the Christmas, excuse me, put away the Christmas items, and I pulled out some bins. Hey Donna! And I found that I did have a couple of Valentine signs. I just need some more ribbon. But we are going to work on this sign this evening. I found this, I guess it's an animal print in my stash. And then I had just ordered some supplies and I hadn't opened the box. I didn't know what was in it. And then when I looked, I found this black and white check ribbon that has like a checkered pattern on the side, and I figured we would accent it with some pink and red. And instead of going all pink, because you know, thank you for sprinkling, I'm not really into pinks, so not to make it too feminine, I decided to use this Hey Bonita, this neutral tan and tan on tan, hey Nikki, mesh instead. And so we're going to be doing the Pancake Method, which just means it's not as puffy as the standard wreath. It helps fit between your screen doors. Now I am going to be adding a little curl to it, so it will have a little volume to it. It just won't be as full as the wreaths that I normally make. So to do the pancake, I'm using a dollar store frame, and on each of the intersections at the very top, I'm putting a pipe cleaner. Then I'm going to go back, and you can see here there's 2, and then I have 1 in the center. So there's 3 in each section. Exactly. I was just so happy when I found the signs in my bin. So I was like, okay, now I just need to get some ribbon. But the stores, because I was just at, I went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's last week, and Hobby Lobby was getting their Valentine things put out, but I couldn't find any ribbon. So I won't be doing too many Valentine wreaths this year. I will just hope to when they finally get their inventory out, make sure I stack up on some ribbon for next year. All right, so I pre-did most of the rings so that I wouldn't have to hold you too long. So again, on each of the inner rings, I put 2, and then on the outer one, I put the 1. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna bring this to the side. So I cut the mesh at 20 inches. And I'm just gonna curl it just a little bit. And because this has the stripes down, it's easy for me to find my center when I gather it. So I'm just pinching it really close together, as tight as I can. Hey Paulette, I'm glad you could catch me tonight. Okay, so it's making it as tight as possible. So it looks like a little bow tie. And then I'm going to add it to my ring. And I'm going to tie my tie as tight as I can. And then I'm just going to crisscross the mesh and fold it over and under. This is some fabric mesh and it's waterproof, but it frays a lot. And so I cut these 10-inch curls. So I'm going to add those just to give it a little, just a little volume. And I'm just going to tie it. And then I'll come back. I will come back and add my, I'll come back and add my ribbon. Actually, what I'll think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my base first, then add my curls and add the ribbon at the same time. Work smarter, not harder, right? How's everyone enjoying their evening so far? I feel like I'm so behind. There are so many things I want to do or I need to do that I just haven't done yet. So trying to find some time to get it all done. And so I'm overlapping each of the mesh. Hey Kelly, how are you, girl? A little chilly? Yes, it has been a little chilly. And they're calling for snow on Sunday and Monday. You know, I guess we're complaining, but I guess it is winter and it's just doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm just pulling this the top pipe cleaner in just so that I don't have to touch the mesh too often. I think probably for the remainder of this month, I will do some Valentine wreaths, but then I'm going to be working on some Easter, because I found a couple Easter bunnies. Hey, John, Happy New Year. I'm debating. I bought these rabbits at the end of the season last year that I want to do a centerpiece with. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to do the centerpiece live. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I might try it out and see what happens. You know, the worst thing can happen is I end up taking it apart because I don't like it, but I'll see what happens. So I can't wait to do that. And then I have a couple of, I found a couple of patriotic signs that I picked up too. So I know it's winter time, but I'll be working on some spring things. Oh, and I did find a couple of shamrocks that I'm going to do a couple of St. Patty's wreaths. And I think I have some grapevine, but they just don't look good. So I'm going to try to see if I can pick up a new batch of grapevines so that I can do the St. Patty's on that. We'll see. Okay. With this project, I'm only using 12 pipe cleaners. I usually use 18. So it's using less material, which is helpful because I only had 2 spools of this ribbon, and one whole ribbon took up majority of the tails. So hopefully I have enough to make a bow. Nikki, I'm so glad I can help you out there. Okay, so here is the first layer, and you can see on this one I added that little curl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put this aside. And I use this animal print as the base for all of them, but I paired it with the red, the black and white, and then the pink. So again, I hope that I am coordinated enough that I don't mix them up. Just going to fold that in half and then squinch the middle. It's tight. And just add that there. And then I'm going to cut off the excess. I was about to panic because I didn't see my my bow maker, but it's over there. All right, so we're going to add our 10-inch curl with the ribbon in each of the ties. The idea is for it to be as flat as possible, so make sure that the ties are tight. This is a pretty ribbon, but it's not very thick, so hopefully it holds its form. But I was all excited when I opened up the my supply box because I thought I had just ordered some signs, but I also ordered plenty of ribbon, mostly solid, so that I can add to ribbons that have a pattern to it, just to give it some more texture. So I was excited that it was ribbon in there as well. Initially, I was going to put this sign on a grapevine, but I decided, again, because they don't look very nice, that I would just do a mesh one. And since it was a flat sign, I thought I would use the pancake. Oops, see? I can't blame this on Susan. I got distracted and didn't put the curl in. I think I keep forgetting because the mesh isn't in my eyesight, but I'm trying to keep as little on the desk as possible so that you are able to see what I'm doing, at least until I get my Mevos hooked up. and I can focus it on the actual project. So that's a goal for the for this month. So by the end of this month, hopefully I'll at least have a stand. I'm gonna order that from Amazon, order the stand and get them out of the box and figure out what type of cable I need. It's just the reception is bad down here. You hope it snows. Nikki, no. Well, I guess I'll be okay with that too, because I'll just be staying home. Do you girls like the snow? Oops, this tie came loose. Oh, they do. I think we got like 6 inches this last time, and I told my husband I had just gotten my hair done, so I was not going to be out there in the snow sweating, so he was going to have to come home and shovel the snow. But luckily we're on the sunny side of the street, so he didn't have too much to shovel, except for what the plow compacts up against the end of the driveway. So he wasn't out there too long. But my dog loves the snow too. He loves hopping in it. All right, this is the last one. Oops. I feel like I may not have cut enough, so I will have to see. I feel like I'm missing some. We are doing the pancake, or I call it the low profile method, with an added curl, just so that I could use the whole roll. Because again, I was telling you guys last week, all of these partially used rolls of mesh are driving me crazy. So I'm trying to be more efficient. So I had put a deposit down on a one of the craft shows that I want to do, based on the application they had in the system. Well, evidently that wasn't the right application, so I had to do everything all over again. And I'm praying that they accept. Here we have it. And it's so light. Hopefully my work is good enough and they'll accept me. All right, so now we're going to do the top. I was uploading my video from last week so that I could put it on YouTube. Well, of course, there was an upgrade to iMovie, so I did the upgrade, and of course, now I can't upload anything. I'm like, why does technology want to mess with me? Like, what did I do? Technology is good when it works, but when it doesn't, it messes with you. So I had to do some trickery to to get it uploaded, but it wouldn't let me edit. So it's not what I want, but I want to stay consistent and making sure that I, you know, post every week on there. So while it's not my preference to not edit it, I wanted to make sure that it was there. So hopefully it's not too bad. And the only thing I really am editing is my walk, you know, when I'm hitting the button, since it's just me, and you know, I have to do it from here. But hopefully, I'm thinking with the Mevo, I should be able to start it from this side, and I won't have to have that lag time. But so I am just pulling the mesh in the center as tight as I can, just so that it stays as flat as possible. Is anyone binge watching any new series? I just, on Hulu, they have this series, and I guess I'd never heard of it, but it's been out for 8 seasons, called Justified, I think. It's about a U.S. Marshal. And, I mean, it's cheesy and predictable, but I said, you know, for me, I'm okay with that. So, I just started it, but now I'm on season 2. Things are getting good. Oh, you like it too, Paulette? Donna, what did you say? Before you exit, please show me the house room. Oh, okay. This is the one I did last week. On the live. All right, 2 more. So yes, I definitely did not cut enough curls, so I will cut some curls. Hey, Ron. Hey, buddy. Ron came by to say hello. Rum has the life. Okay, I'll have to look at that one. I don't know what's happening to me in my in my old age, but I used to love like suspense movies and books and things like that, but my heart can't handle it. John, you and Donna are a mess. I do have another sign. I just don't have the same ribbon. I have the same mesh. I just don't have. I don't have the same red and white hearts. was thinking about, with you, John, you and Donna in mind, doing a quarterly subscription box that, like, every quarter you would get a new seasonal wreath for your door or your mantle or to give as a gift. So then you guys wouldn't have to fight. And they would be, I would only make, only you and however many people subscribe to the subscription would be, I wouldn't sell them to the public. It would only be to those individuals that are in the subscription club. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add the curls. So I am thinking, I'm just trying to see, you know, if anyone would be interested in that sort of thing, and figure out what I started in the second quarter, and that would be like for a spring item. So let me know your thoughts. Hey, Miss Nina. Well, I'll have to start working on that. I will maybe, I know I said I was going to do the questionnaire, do a little survey to see what you guys think. So be on the lookout for that. Nina, we're making a Valentine wreath, a low profile one. And although it's, you know, flat and can fit between your doors, it still has some volume to it. It's just not as full looking as the normal wreaths. John, just say the word. Sorry, I knocked one of my curls out of the box. I'm looking for other ways to, you know, expand my business, and so I thought, I love making wreaths, and so if I can get a few people that like to decorate their homes like I do and want a new wreath for every season, this would be perfect. Thank you. I'm just tucking the excess underneath. Hopefully, one of my coaches is supposed to be having a retreat. I think she's saying in March. So hopefully in March I get to go shopping in North Carolina so that I can get some wreath forms so that I don't have to cut off the extra. Make giant Christmas wreaths to top the trees. Yes, they wouldn't necessarily be wreath, but they are. I do have in mind some tree toppers that can be either like some big bows or some picks, some decorative picks with some bows. So yes. All right, 2 more. Okay, so I just didn't cut one. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I definitely want to go get that ribbon wholesale so that I can make those tree toppers more economical, because you know, with the amount of ribbon a tree topper takes, it can get a little pricey. So if I can get the ribbon at a wholesale price, then I can defer that expense, and you guys won't have to be paying, you know, so much more, because I had to pay $15 for it. Okay. All right. So I need to cut one more curl. All right. Hi, Valerie. So here we have our base. And so this is, the sign has a hook already, so I will add some wire there. Kelly, thank you. So I'm going to put it off to an angle. So I have the pipe cleaner for the top, and then I'm going to use like a jewelry punch to cut my, let me look again. Trying to figure out the best place so that it's not so visible. I think I'm going to put it right there. Right. So I'm just going to use my handy dandy punch and pray that it goes through. Nope, it broke. Let's see, I got another one. So let's see if it's too thick. I might have to do that later. I may have to add my sign off screen because, yes, I'm going to have to add my, because it's not opening, but I will do part of it. The joys of live live TV, right? I have a heavy duty hole punch, but it's so big and bulky that I don't use it that often unless I can't get through the metal. But this is pretty thin, so I thought I would be able to. So put that under. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make a bow. So it's not attached completely. So let's make a bow. Okay. So I don't know how much I have left of this, if I'll be able to get I won't do long tails, just to be on the safe side. But hopefully I can get maybe 4 on each side, 2 on each side rather. I think I might be able to. I might just be able to just get, yeah, 2 on each side. So now I'm just separating the tails. And because I don't have enough ribbon, I'm just going to leave that up there and just have one tail hanging down. Let's do some red. And I'm going to do like 5.5 inches. And I'm going to just do 3. Now I'll go ahead and do 2 on each side. Like that one is a little bit too long, so I'm gonna pull that down. All right, now I'm gonna add, maybe I'll add the black and white and then the pink on top. And then I might do the black and white as just a single loop. This ribbon is a little thin. It's supposed to be wire, but I'm still trying to, it's a very thin wire. Trying to keep it down in the center, so when it's time for me to pull it up, everything stays intact. All right, then I'm going to add this pink. I'm concentrating, so if you guys are sending me messages and I'm not responding, I apologize. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to do one more loop of this black and white, just to give offset it a little bit with all this pink and red. And it ties in the black on the wheels and on the basket. Doesn't have to be a long tail. All right, so I'm going to use my zip tie. To connect it. Okay, is this going to be my day for defective things? Because it doesn't like this one's coming. Yeah, this one is defective. At one of our craft shows, I think it was so cold that every time we would try to pull on the pipe cleaner, they would break because it was so cold outside. We won't be doing those anymore. The goal will be all indoor shows from now on. It was too cold for November. So first week in November, you wouldn't think it would be that cold, but it was a little chilly. All right, so I'm pulling it as tight as I can. Then I'm going to clip it off. And then I'm going to just separate. Keep them fluffy. Put this to the side. All right. So we'll put this one over in the corner. I'm putting it over just a little bit, only because I'm trying to hide where the pipe cleaner is, so that it's not, because it's not pretty. So try to hide it as much with the bow as I can. All right, so now I got to get in there. And remember, my sign isn't on completely, so you're not getting the full effect of how it will look. But I will get that attached. Just fluffing up my little. All right, so now the finishing touches, just to ducktail the ends of these. So we do have our pink for the holidays, but we offset it with some red and some black and white. And once I have it in place, it'll have a better look. What do you guys think? Now I do have a couple of hearts that I can, these aren't permanent because I did not hook up my glue gun. These have little clips on the end. Oh my goodness. Tonight is the night for defect. Oh, there we go. Whew, you have to use your muscles. So let me see if I can add this to, we have a little red. You guys can tell me yay or nay if you like. That one works. I'm only going to do 3. Oh, you like pink, Kelly, huh? Well, I do have the 2 pink, so I will add those. Uh-oh. I'm so glad I am amongst friends because everything that's happening or could happen is definitely happening tonight. My hearts came off on the other one. All right, so this is with the added hearts. I know I need to, I'll lift this one up because that's too far down. Let's see if I put them under here. Thank you, Diane. So you just like it with just the ribbon. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nadia. All right, these accents are, I can glue them in. Luckily they're clip-on, so they're not permanent. I can rearrange them, and I'll probably rearrange them once I get my sign together. Or in Kelly's case, take the sign off and just have my little bows. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me again. With all the mishaps, we got through it. I appreciate it. I'll add it to my list. I'll be working on the survey to send out so you guys can tell me your thoughts on my subscription box. I may put it just in my private group, but I know some of you, I know John, you're not in that group, so I'll have to figure out if I do it there first and then add it to my business page, just to get your thoughts. I am live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the same video, from the live, what I'll do is I upload it to YouTube just in case, because a lot of people don't do Facebook, some people do YouTube, so I put it over there. Oh, okay, sure. This is what we made last week. This one is for you fur baby fans. Has a little paw print. It says Home Sweet Home. It has the black and white check, and then it has red and white check, and it's accented with some red and white hearts. So John or Donna, which one? Which one of you lucky winners will it be? You guys, I was going to say ladies. John, I apologize. Thank you, Kelly. When I did this wreath, I was complaining that I had no supplies, and then I go look in my supply room and I had some supplies. So I was able to pull some things together. So it has been fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Okay. I can do that. Donnie, you'll have to remind me, because I won't remember to put the hook in, because I don't normally do that. So remind me to put a hook in, and I will. All right. Until next week, Kelly, hopefully you'll get to hang out with me again. I appreciate you spending some time and checking out my site, and I will see you guys next week. Be blessed.